Every day I wake up and I wonder, will I continue my day as the church girl I was raised to be, or kale nitakunya kakonyams?
Start drinking that alcohol, you know.
What?
Yeah. Hello, beautiful people of Lighted Club. It's the newest show. We're introducing a new segment where we get to invite people with powerful stories and have candid conversations. It's the Candid Show. And you're welcome with our first guest, Fiona, who we're going to learn a bit about, have like a conversation, and let's see what we're going to learn from her today. So I wanted to know, like, what are your actual names, like your ID names?
My name is Fiona and Rafiki. A normal, everyday 21-year-old girl, enjoying her life in Nairobi. Yeah, basically.
So people know you as Rafiki. I feel like I didn't even know your name. I've known you from Instagram, seen you around, like you do the whole content creation thing. So is there a difference between Fiona and Rafiki, or are they the same person?
I think those are two different people. They're two very different people. When it comes to Gram, where I'm Rafiki, I get to brand influence. I get to have a total different face where najua mtaniona, I'm like,
yeah, I know
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I content create, I brand influence, I market too. Yeah, and I basically post fun pics when I'm here and there. Yeah.
But then who is Fiona? Because that's Rafiki for you.
Fiona is like she's a simple girl born and raised like in a normal family of 3. I have 2 big brothers, and I'm the only girl, so I'm the last born. My mother tells me
you're the last born.
Exactly. Yeah. So she was like, she told me that alijua ni ile yenye there was a family around they used to like be close with. Yeah. So like she literally told the family if like now when she's pregnant, nikitokea kama kijana, she's very willing kupeana.
What?
Exactly. And also my dad ni ile atanikoa like mtoto wa kuombewa kitu hiyo. So I don't
miracle child.
Like, I think so. Okay, yeah, something of the sort. Okay. So my first big brother is a pastor, life coach, trainee, leadership trainer. My second born brother is an IT guru, something of the sort. Yeah, exactly. And then there's me, and then there's dad, who's an evangelist, and then there's also mom, who's a businesswoman, everyday church mom. Yeah,
a believer, in short. Exactly. So like growing up, was it like you have to go to church every Sunday? Like, was it a thing? You know that those families with the very strong, like, you know, rules.
Yeah, Sunday for me was, I knew it was as simple as a church day. Sunday is church day. You know those families where, you know, you'll get to sit down, pray for food, eat. You know, you just grow up knowing your Bible as it is. As
a child, did you feel like you're being forced, or was it like normal? Like, did you feel like other children are not doing what I'm doing growing up? Like, did you feel like it was too much? At first, of course, I used to enjoy it because I don't know, I think it's because maybe I'd be blinded by my parents. Najua mtatoka Sunday, metoka kanisa. Of course, ni mnarusha Sunday school. So you're literally playing. Exactly. But and then let's say kani Sunday jioni, ni ile yenye utapelekwa mkule chipo nini. So for me in my head, I'm like, wacha niende tu kanisa. Jioni najua exactly. We're gonna go to swim, we're gonna go have some friends and nyama choma. Vitu tu hizo. So I used to enjoy it, but it got to a point where I was like, let's go have fun. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so when did you start to bloom, like discover yourself? I think I got to that when immediately when my mother would be so open for me to just nataka kwenda party, wenda party. No. Nataka kwenda event, enda event. Kanza events too. I started knowing people. So you create this network with people. And I got to be a social person. A person I know, if casting and one talk, I think people didn't even know me. And, you know, I won't lie and say that it was all smooth, just, you know, just because my mom, you know, reached out and told me, you know, I could get to be my own person and go out. There was a time I really suffered. I'd really I think I almost got to depression, or I would just find myself crying no matter how many times you tell yourself it's okay, you know, you just feel too painful and you're like, no, I just need to let it out, because if I don't, you know, I don't think like kesho nitaweza kutoka kwa hii kitanda hata. Yeah. Exactly. And so, you know, I really suffered where who am I, who do I want to be, you know, when people see me, what am I representing? When people, even if it's they get to see me on gram, ni nani wanaona the church girl, ama our verse girl, our spiritual girl, ama are they getting to see, you know, the party girl? Yeah. Katakuwa 18 leo kamejibamba, atakuwa huku, you know, she's just drinking and having fun, you know. Yeah. Then I was like, baby, I can't stay like this. I need to figure my shit out. I need to know who I am. Yeah. Exactly. And it wasn't about I have to live a double life. I just had to balance it out.
As a spiritual family, and like, let's say you're the pastor's kid, yeah? Mm-hmm. So is it a situation where unajua, like if they ever knew you drink alcohol, they'd be mad? Or do they know about you?
I think it's only for my mom. It's because she relates with me so much. Mm-hmm. She's the type of woman who raised me up to know that NOG Julie, like go learn from the world, you know. Yeah. Just go, be free, you just learn. If you're going to drink, you drink, experiment it, come back, you know it's bad for yourself. Hakuna haja nikufungia hapa, and then in the end ukienda kujaribu siku ya kwanza, something happens to you, and then ikwe shida nani.
Yeah, very true. Like it's a good environment at home. Like people, like they know you're a fun person, you love doing this, you love doing that. Mm-hmm. But how has you being a pastor's child affected like your social life?
I'd say there was a time where my friends, I'd feel like my friends are hiding so much from me. Mm-hmm. Because they feel they can't tell me some things, they'll feel that I'll judge them. And it's not all about that. Yeah. Of which that time I used to feel so withdrawn, like ile I wouldn't want to chill with them. Ama ni ile nye, let me just stay home, wacha tu nikae. Ama, you know, you'll see them going places, ama vitu kaizo, and you know, you wonder like, okay, mbona mi siko, you know, you wonder. Yeah, I do feel as if it's a struggle. Cause I don't feel like I'm always that free to post certain things. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'll be limited, you know, to post certain things. Or I know if I post, let's say, a certain thing or a certain meme, people will be like, what? Yeah. You know, like, okay, akai kuongelea vitu kaizo. Exactly. Yeah. Of which, you know, you shouldn't care about what people say, but at the same time, you're like, okay.
Wow, I feel like that's a statement we tell ourselves every day. So how has growing up, being a pastor's kid, shaped you? Like, do you think it's shaped you in a certain way that you like? Or is there something you'd change about your life and like coming from such a background?
I don't think I'd change anything at all. Mm-hmm. I don't regret a thing of how I grew up. Mm-hmm. The way they raised me, it's molded me to see things in a very different way. Yeah. If you wrong me, honestly, I won't beef it. I'll just get out maybe, or just breathe for a second, in a minute. I'll even pray for you. Yeah.
I wanted to ask if you feel like other pastors' children like go through same things.
You know, times are changing. Generations are changing, where if a kid does something, a parent will be open to say that that's the kid. Yeah. That's not the pastor. I'm the pastor. So she or he gets to live their life the way they want to. Yeah. Of which it should be the same. Mm-hmm. Just because, you know, this title has been upheld, that I have to be the... Sasa atiju, unajua mzazi amekuwa politician, mimi kwa politician, je ni daktari. Times are changing. Yeah, I know that there are those families who are so strict on that. You know, if you don't do that, then I think just go figure out yourself. So I think for the parents, it'd be really fair if you'd consider your kids having a life on their own. Like you've lived yours, you know, you've learned yours on your... Of course, maybe you didn't get to, you know, experience it on your own, but the far you've reached, it's because you chose a life on your own. You chose to be this type of person, this type of career and all that. You got to live it. So be fair enough to let your kid explore for themselves, let them learn. Of course, if they go on the wrong, just direct them back. Mm-hmm. But don't do anything that would hurt them or lead them into depression, because this is a time where, you know, there's so many things contradicting. There's so many things you have to take time to learn. Otherwise, if you don't, it's just how you land yourself into depression and things, suicidal thoughts, just because, you know, you feel like you haven't made it enough just so that they can uphold your legacy, which is really tough. And as for kids and as for also youngings also discovering themselves and wondering, should I come out, or should I, you know, do this, or should I live this certain way, or should I just choose, you know, what my parents have told me? I mean, I think you should choose to be your own person. It's the best way to do it. I'm not saying that if you're an alcoholic, just go drown yourself and go die there. No, I'm not saying that. Of course, you need to know what's right, what's wrong. You need to know where your values are directing you at. You need to learn. You really need to learn as you go through life day to day. And choose something that you love, honestly. I think it's the best. If something is comfortable and sits well with you, just go with it. And make sure also it's not affecting the people around you negatively. Yeah. Anyway, peace out.
I didn't actually know Fiona in this light. Like, we've talked and I'm just like, oh, okay. And it reminds me the quote that says, be kind to everyone you meet, because you really never know the underlying issues that someone is going through every single day. From this conversation that we've had, I've realized that you just really need to be your own self, because once you're put in this earth, like, by God, you become an individual and you have your own purpose. So for you to sit down and find yourself, discover your purpose, you know, and once you know that life is all about being real and learning, forgiving yourself, I feel like that's it. That's just life for you. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing yourself, for being so candid. I can't wait for the next segment. This was like the first episode, and I am so excited to see how many stories we are going to share, the different people we're going to bring on. And that is it from us, Lighters Club. Thank you. Mwah.